What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome, everyone, to Orlando, Florida, the Bounce House, home of the UCF Knights. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Arizona State Sun Devils, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the UCF Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So UCF's offense will have the football first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week, because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they faced this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
Hey, they're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Makes the grab. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Yeah, and 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Jackson will throw. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away. Let's take just a minute here and talk about UCF. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with an unblemished record. Oh, a lot of space. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Knights have this offense rolling. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw on that last play.
Quick completion on the out. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Not a whole lot of room as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
Right down the middle. It's complete. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Knights had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCF!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arizona State's offense will take the field for the first time. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There were a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him. Can he hit him and make him hit him?
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they got it at the 42. That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. So first down here as they go back to work. Dropping back, it's 11. Gets it out quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. No Cam Scatterboo this season. Guys, he was the definition of all-purpose workhorse back a year ago. He put Arizona State in the national spotlight. David, how do you replace a guy who was not only so productive, but was really the heart and soul of the team's identity?
Well, you know what's nice, Reese? It's nice to have a quarterback that's a superstar.
Turning it on! Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's McClain. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to pass completion. It was a good example.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll go to the ground. Sweet spin. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good gain, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for your quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
Makes the grab. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Gets a nice surge and crosses the 5 to the 6-yard line to pick up a 3. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Jackson gonna throw it. Pulls it in. It's Hughes. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. The Knights come to to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Fair catch, called for and made. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
And a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see them develop in the middle, and you could tell they had...
And the defense gets home with the pressure and knock him down for a loss, but there are penalty markers down. Let's sort that out. Just a little... They're a little too handsy, and they nab them for the defensive holding penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Quickly complete. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. And the Sun Devils can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Finds the tight end. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw it. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Back to pass. Got his man downfield. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the 1st half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big 2nd down here, probably expecting the offense to throw it with a little bit more room to work with.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Touchdown, Sun Devils! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Nice job. Drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. starts a drive trying to go up top. Dances away. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Burke. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Throws for the tight end. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Jackson will throw. This time it's complete. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. The Knights will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Arizona State is going back on offense, and they come out looking for a spark. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. The Sun Devils surpassed all expectations last year. Kenny Dillingham in his second year winning the league with the team that was picked to finish last, guys.
And in the playoffs, more than represented themselves well. They had the bye, but they fought Texas tooth and nail. Could have won that football game. And Jesse, a superstar at the quarterback position.
They got a really good one coming back. No Cam Scatterby this year, though, so they're going to have to find ways to be able to run the football effectively. That was a big part of their success a year ago.
To the air on second down. Looking for a huge play. He's got it inside the 30. Defense was flailing as he weaved his way and got down to the 26. The Sun Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Brown has it. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The play action fake. Under fire. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
When it's a play action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the catch. It's Brown. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
Oh, man, the dreaded doink. When you knock it off the crossbar. Those are ones where, man, just a couple inches to the other side, towards the middle, and that thing's in, but it still counts as a missed opportunity.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride. stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Makes the grab. It's Nixon. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
And that's a welcome sight. Like, this offense has really, really struggled. Bottom 50 in college football in first downs. So they'll take anything they can get. Nice third down conversion. Let's get some positive plays. Keep it third and short. Find a way to get this offense in an upward trajectory, because so far this season, they've really struggled.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Jackson gonna throw it. Safe completion on the screen. Turns it on in midfield. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. The Knights are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives them the ball in prime field position at the 40. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. They'll move the tight end. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the big fella. And he's brought down after a nice gain. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite.
Oh, he's got some space. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Sun Devils come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll go to the air on second and short. Catch in the middle, it's Moss. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Got a man, it's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. We've reached the end of the period, and it's UCF holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The earth is shaking. Bounce house living up to its name as UCF tries to get off the field. Moves around to clear up the vision. Wide open spaces. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
Talk about saving your best when the moment is the biggest. Nice job in the fourth quarter. Been grinding all day. Made the biggest run of the day when it counted the most. Picked up the first down in a pretty close ball.
Touchdown, Arizona State! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Jackson will throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They're dealing with a second and long. This one's complete. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The Knights headed quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Hauls it in. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Might be looking to run. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Probably the only people upset about going for it on 4th down, the punters, who don't seem to see the field as much as they used to.
Not when you've got a running back like that. He just has like a sixth sense. He always seems like he can just find the crease, especially in these short yardage situations. He comes up with a huge play there on 4th down.
Jumped on top of the pile. The Knights with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Jackson gonna throw it. He tries to take the top off. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. The give as they work on that clock. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's McClain. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Sun Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Runs through a tackle. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Looking for a crease, it's Udo. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The bounce house is rolling here on 3rd down, trying to help UCF. He'll pull it on the read. Got enough for the first down. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
And how about the QB? We haven't seen it all game long, man. Nice job coming up big in a big moment in the 4th quarter. He says, nobody there, takes off, does it with his feet, and gets the first down.
And the Sun Devils back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The give to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. The quarterback takes a knee. Bad offense, good defense, no scoring. That's pretty much what we had in this one as they come up short in a bit of a slog fest.
Yeah, and most of the time in college football, it's the opposite, right? You don't defense optional. Offense scores so many points. This one, back and forth. Offense is struggling, trying to make plays. Defense has put on a great effort.
A lot of issues for this offense in this game today, obviously, and I think the coaching staff now really needs to take a look at how they're game planning and how they're going to give their players an opportunity to have success. It may be time now to start changing some things up a little bit.
Welcome to Buffalo, New York, and UB Stadium, home of the Buffalo Bulls, where the fans know that no one circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bulls. Today, an intra-conference battle between a couple of MAC rivals. Eastern Michigan ready to kick it off and get this game going. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Buffalo's offense takes the field. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is... that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. They got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. That's exactly what they told us they wanted to limit, yards after the catch, and it pays off on this play.
And especially in these situations in third down when you know the ball's going to come out fast, understanding that, breaking on the football, going, making the tackle, and forcing the fourth down.
So the Eagles offense will get the ball for the first time. We'll keep a close eye on the play calling and just how diligent they are in getting the tight end involved, Jesse. It just didn't work last week.
Yeah, there's no question that this coaching staff, they know the offense basically goes as their big tight end goes. And that's why they lost their last game out. They didn't get him the ball in. And that was a huge problem. So, David, big priority, number one for this offense in this one, get him as many touches as many ways as you can.
Yeah, feed the big fella, the big target, the chain mover, the red zone area, but just, you don't have to be as accurate. I think that's the thing that's nice. When you're throwing to a big tight end over the middle of the field, like, he'll catch it and still get hit. It's not that big of a deal, so we got to use the big fella.
Trying play action. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield, it's Roberson. Got it in the middle, it's Snow. At midfield, he's got room. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Watkins. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield. You saw that right there.
And the Bulls look to do some damage in the red zone. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. Tackle is made after the catch, but it'll set up 1st and goal from the 7.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this.
He's going for the goal line, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulls. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. He breaks a tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To the air, it's Kim. Oh, they're after him. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to get rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it. Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. They'll start this drive going to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Watkins. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. We've reached the break. Buffalo has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. The Bulls come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to set up the screen. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And a nice job slipping in the screen. Like, you got to know the situation when those pass rushers, Palmer, are going to come up field, and those situations when you can take advantage of the defense.
Yeah, I would love a David Pollock just running at me free and then finding a way to negotiate the throw around a guy that just knew he was going to be getting a sack. That feels so good. Complete the screen and keep the drive alive.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking to scramble. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Roberson. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Looking to throw on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Eagles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Eastern Michigan will be forced to punt. Wants to bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. The inside handoff. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Roberson. Pocket breaking down. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Bulls will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Eastern Michigan has it back as the Eagle offense returns to the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he gets the foot down. It's a catch deep along the left sideline. Eastern Michigan going fast. Well, they've done nothing on offense so far, but if they could put some points on the board before halftime, it could really change things.
No doubt. Go into the locker room with some good juices, some good vibes, and momentum can switch a game in a heartbeat. But this offense hasn't had much to cheer about yet. That play gives them one play. Now let's go build on it and make something happen before the half.
Down to 2 minutes to play in the half, and the referees signal for the 2-minute timeout. The Eagles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. It's complete to the right. Lots of running room. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. Dropping back, it's Kim. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Snagged in the middle, it's Lockett. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And the Eagles come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. It's a seam wide open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Eagles, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking downfield on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Off play action. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That is...
Unleashes one deep. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eastern Michigan.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Houston is ahead right now, but that's not quite Andre Ware or even David Klingler under center today. This one is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Texas Tech.
Lets it fly. Makes a grab deep.
We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about in this one, the Big 12, or anywhere else. Ben?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Had to throw it before he wanted. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback...
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Western New York.
And the Bulls will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Grab near the marker. It's Lockett. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. With that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The short hands. It's Dunlap. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a 1st down. Eastern Michigan surgical on offense right now. To throw, it's Kim. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Rooks. There he goes! And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Eagles will hustle to the line. Gonna look downfield again. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes
it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Here comes the heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Under fire. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Gets rid of it. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Yeah, it's just the throw the quarterback would love to have back. His guy's wide open, and it looked to me like maybe he was overstriding or straining a little bit too much on the throw. The nose of the ball was diving, and he, of course, threw it into the ground.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room.
And this guy's showing off his hands again, understanding where the football's going. He breaks on the football so quick. And guess what? He makes plays when he breaks on it. That's 2 interceptions here through 3/4 of a football game.
Grab behind the line. It's Rooks. Trying to hit him with a quick game on first down, and nothing doing there. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
Quarterback strolling away from heat. He was thinking touchdown on the scramble, but they're able to stop him short of the end zone. They'll send out the kicker here. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And it's no good. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Motion from the wideout. Jukes his way for more. Still running at the 40. Gashing the D on the right. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. The Bulls come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Looking to throw, it's Roberson. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. And the Bulls have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Buffalo!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Eastern Michigan takes over as the offense heads to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Dunlap. The Eagles get enough for the 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Now on second down. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Eastern Michigan surgical on offense right now. Back to throw, it's Kim. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Buffalo is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Eagles will snap it on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Now on first down from the 28. The give on the option. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Eagles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll throw it from the red zone. Grabbed over the middle, it's Harris. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
On fourth down, going to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Past the sticks, and he may get more. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain. The Bulls really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they went for it, but when you're up by a couple scores, I think you're just kind of free and like, hey, let's keep scoring points. Let's keep the offense out there. Let's keep the accelerator on, and I guess, hey, who cares? We're not going to lose anyways.
Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Eastern Eastern Michigan going fast.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Looking to pass. It's Kim. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Yeah, I think you know the situation as a defender, and you know you're up by a score, and you know exactly what's going on with the offense. They got to make some big plays here in the fourth quarter. Nice job playing the deep ball, staying deep, and not giving up the big play.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. There he goes. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On the ground, it's Henderson. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Bulls are on the move. They'll leave it with him. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
They go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting in the backfield, making the play.
Got it in the middle. It's Snow. Just what they'd hoped for on third down, as they've got a first at the 32. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to throw, it's Roberson. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. Behind the chains now on second and long. Quarterback making checks. Second down, he'll throw it. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
That's caught. It's Wheeler. He gets it across the 40 and out of bounds at the 38. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to go up top. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. Bringing it back. Past the 20. He's at the... and it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Bulls. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard.